What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome to an episode of the best formation in FIFA. I was going to do this as an episode of the best team in FIFA, but if you guys have been following me, especially the last week or so, I've been quite struggling with FIFA in general. A lot of the gameplay problems, a lot of the passing, a lot of just generally defending against counter-attacks and finding ways to score. I've been struggling quite a lot. During streaming the last few nights, people have been suggesting to me different formations, different styles of teams, and I've picked up a few different teams that I liked here and there, a few players that were good and bad. But ultimately, I'm looking for the best formation, and I get asked a lot, what is the best formation to use? I've used a lot of formations this year. 4-3-3, most variations. Both 4-1-2-1-2 variations, both 4-4-2 variations. I used a 3-5-2, which I hated. I've used the 4-3-2-1 and the 4-3-1-2, which I didn't really like. And the formation that I kind of never used was this on the screen now, the 4-3-1-2 wide version and the 4-3-1-2 narrow version. But me personally, I like the wingers in the game, so I'm going to go for the wide version. So I took this formation, and I am as yet unbeaten with this formation in about 15 games. Does my team have something to do with that? Absolutely. It's a very expensive team. It's got key players that score me goals that I wouldn't score if I did, if I had like lesser players. But I have also played with lesser teams with this formation and still won games. So, what is good about this formation and what instructions do I use? I've got, for the instructions, I've got my two fullbacks to stay back while attacking. Of course, that makes the full defense stay back while attacking. I've got both Luka Modric and Vidal also stay back while attacking. I know it says balanced defense there, but we've got stay back while attacking here for Luka Modric, and we've got it there as well, stay back while attacking for Vidal. Now, one thing that was suggested to me in stream was to put on conservative interceptions, and I've done that with the whole defense. I don't know how much of an impact this has made, but conservative interceptions just lets them drop off a little bit deeper. Obviously, attacking interceptions or aggressive interceptions, they would push up, they would try and steal the ball, and that was one of the reasons why I was getting countered, because my centre backs would both push up, they'd try and steal the ball. If I didn't win the ball, they were basically out of position. A simple pass backwards and then in behind, or a turn and a skill move, they could run in behind. I was absolutely screwed. So we've kind of figured out a few problems with that, and then the attack I've just left as is, apart from I've got Ronaldo to stay central and get in behind. Everything else is on basic and balanced. And I'm going to show you guys now as well one thing that's massively important that I picked up from Hectic Jukes. I don't know if you guys know who he is. He is basically one of the best FIFA players that you're ever going to watch. He streams, so if you want to go and check him out, let him know I sent you. Just find Hectic Jukes on Twitch, and he will be there. And he showed something that's in this game that I didn't know was in this game, that is in this game, that is massively important to change. Now, you can only do this the first time you go into Ultimate Team, you can do this. When you leave Ultimate Team and go back in, you need to go back and do this. So if you do this as soon as you get into Ultimate Team, it will be applicable for all of your games during that session. As soon as you leave or turn your console off or go and play clubs and then come back, you're going to have to do this again. And basically, you want to go to the tactics, you want to go to custom tactics, and forget the build-up play, forget the chance creation, forget the defense. You can change those if you want to. I personally prefer not to. I prefer to use the D-pad tactics in game. But see here, defender line, just take this from offside trap and put it to cover. One of the biggest problems for me getting hit on the counter was that every time somebody would play a ball through or in behind, my D-line would step up trying to play the offside. If they don't catch the person offside, you're screwed. And I kept getting hit over and over and over again. With the defensive line as cover, they don't step up anymore, they drop back. So with conservative interceptions and with the D-line as cover, I've found I'm just way more effective in defense. And because of this formation I've got, because I've gone for the 4-2-3-1, I'm more effective up front as well, because I have the two CDMs that actually act more as just regular midfielders. They sit quite, even though they stay back while attacking, they sit in a good position that offers a lot of passes that allow a lot of link-up play, and you can see that by the people that they're linked with. Each of the CDMs are linked with 4 people, which means that's kind of who's in the vicinity of them when they've got the ball. So when I've got the ball with Modric, I've either got Suarez or Neymar making some space for me to pass the ball into, or if I haven't got those attacking options, I know I've got Ramos or Marcelo there to pass to. And it allows a hell of a lot more easy build-up play, create a lot more chances, especially down the wings. Through the middle as well is very good. Suarez, an exceptional cam. I've been waxing lyrical about him for ages. Ronaldo up front, doesn't really get involved too much, doesn't really score too many goals, only 24 goals in 35 games, which isn't too good. Suarez from the cam position, 15 goals in 33 games. That's a 1 in 2 goal per game ratio, considering the striker's barely got a 1 in 2 goal per game ratio as well. He's got like a 2 in 3. That's really, really good work from both the striker and the cam combined. So in terms of a formation, for me, this might just be the best formation in FIFA this year. I'm going to obviously play a lot of different games with it. I'm going to play with a lot of different teams, a hell of a lot of games, try and get 100 to 200 games under my belt with this formation, and we can revisit this formation or this team in future episodes. Now, this is called the best formation in FIFA. Of course, it is an episode of the best team in FIFA, so I'm going to show you now, guys, some goals and gameplay from the team that you see on the screen now, show you some of these players in action and show you the tactics in action and exactly how it works. So let's get into the gameplay. Okay guys, so into the gameplay we go, and the first team I come up against is a very, very nice BPL team. Maybe a little bit of a League On hybrid there from PSG down the right hand side. But he's got Aguero in form, De Bruyne in form, Trapp, he's got Otamendi. He's a few Man City players with Depay up the left wing. And it was a very tough game. You can see I'm already 1-0 down after 41 minutes. And the first 2 games that you'll see me play here are 2 games that I conceded goals in. As I was these were literally the first games that I played with this new formation and with this conservative interceptions. So I was just trying to like find my feet with how the players move. And you'll be surprised when you guys change formation. If you've played with like a certain formation for like 30, 40, 50 games, you're used to certain players being in certain positions. When you then change formation and things that you're used to happening don't happen anymore, it can take a while to adjust to. So I wasn't too bothered if I lost the games. I wasn't too bothered if I conceded goals. It was more about finding my feet, and I found it pretty quickly. I did end up winning all 5 games that you're going to see here today. Really poor work from Robben there, but we got really lucky. Lothar Matthäus with a header. Robben hits it on the volley from the outside of the box. Bang. We go 2-1 up there in the 95th minute. But yeah, for those of you that might be struggling with FIFA or might be struggling with formations, for those of you that might have actually struggled with the 4-2-3-1 wide version, I just urge you, whatever formation you try next or whatever formation you're on now, even if it's not working, just go with it. Try 20 games, try 30 games, and just try and figure out exactly where your mistakes happen. Try and figure out exactly where your players are on a situational basis. For example, if you've got the ball with your left back, just take a second to kind of realise where your midfielders are, where your cam is, or where your right back is, just so that you know you've always got an option to pass. And if you find that your playstyle doesn't fit that formation because, hey, I've never got someone in the position I want them to be in when I've got the ball with my left back, try a different formation. Maybe try 3 at the back formation. Maybe try 5 at the back formation. There's plenty of formations out there to really allow people to figure out how to play this game. So we won that first game 3-2 in extra time. We was 2-0 down against this guy on coming up towards half time. Got a nice goal there with Ronaldo, a nice header in at the far post. I was 3-1 down in the 73rd minute, and I was very angry at this point. I'm not gonna lie. I was frustrated. I was in my frustrated position, sitting forward, leaning down, put some music on, turned it up a little bit, and just thought, you know what, I'm going to get back into this. And that's exactly what I did. Got super lucky with the ball hitting off the post, falling to Suarez. Suarez then popping the ball back in, and again it hit the post, but it did end up flying into the back of the net off the post, which was very nice. A few more minutes later, and this is what I'm talking about with the passing and why I like this formation. I was able to hold the ball there with Lothar Matthäus so easily. Modric, the other centre defensive midfielder, walked into that gap. It allowed me to pass into Modric, and then I just put the through ball through. There's 2 players there that could have got it. It could have gone to Suarez or Ronaldo. It went to Ronaldo. He finished it nicely. We go 3-3 into the last 5 minutes of this game, and then just late on in the game again. Look at the midfield. Look at the space I've got. Look at the passing opportunities I've got. I've got these passing opportunities simply because this formation allows them for me. It allows me passing if I need to. It allows me to go down the wings if I want to. It allows me to go through the middle if I want to. It does really offer a little bit of everything. And last time Neymar got into that position, he hit the post. This time he does indeed put it into the back of the net, and we end up winning 4-3. So we win 3-2 and 4-3. Conceded 5 goals in the first 2 games, but did score 7. In the rest of the games, I managed to not concede a single goal. I came up against this team. It's such an interesting team in the sense that he's got an incredible legend in Lothar Matthäus who's worth 1.5 million coins, but then he's got like a 3,000 coin team built around him. I just don't get it. It's not like it was a lone legend that he was just using. This guy's got that legend. He's spent his coins. He's either bought or packed that legend, and he's thrown him in the middle of just a random team. But we managed to get 1-0 up with Lionel Messi. The reason why I'm celebrating like an absolute spanner is because he was actually on the mic. You might be able to hear it underneath my audio. Giving me shit from the kickoff. Giving me shit. Oh my god, you've got legends in your team. You've also got legends in your team, bro. You can't be giving me shit for having a legend when you've also got a legend. But yeah, I ended up going 2-0 up against this guy. It was a pretty easy game. Like he put up a good fight considering how bad his team was. You know, not how bad the team was necessarily, because it's a 100 chem BPL team. It can't be that bad. But considering how low rated his players were, he put up a good fight. Come up against a 5 at the back team in the next game. Another really interesting just midfielder just plopped in there. He's got Nengolan randomly in the middle of the park. Maybe he's got him in there because his actual midfielder is injured or suspended or has run out of contracts, but it's just a very strange thing to have. Just a random no-chem Nengolan in the middle of a really nice BPL team, 5 at the back. I did manage to get a penalty. I still had Neuer taking my set pieces for some reason, so I thought, screw it, let's give it to him. I was all over this guy in this game. You know, for me, it was actually a really easy game. You see him try and slide in there. It's kind of what he was doing the whole game, like literally from kickoff, before I'd even kicked the ball, before I'd even got a goal. The guy was just sliding all over the place. And Luis Suarez there with another great finish. And I'm telling you guys, Luis Suarez is the top goal scorer from these 5 games. He's just unbelievable. Honestly, is unbelievable. We come up against this guy in the next game, 69 chem team. Of all the 5 opponents I played against, even the guys that I narrowly beat, this guy was probably the better player. When I went 1-0 up, this guy kind of lost his shit a little bit and started sliding around, being, you know, playing bad. But up until half-time here, until I get the first goal, this was a really evenly contested game, and I was lucky to be 1-0 up at half-time. And again, I credit a lot of me being up on the half to the fact that the formation is just so defensively strong, and it offers so much going forwards that it was nothing but enjoyable to play with. Even in a tough game, I still enjoyed the game. I wasn't finding myself getting frustrated. I was finding myself very happy. And once again, Luis Suarez comes up with 2 magnificent goals. The only 2 goals of the game, so we won 2-0. This is the team on the screen that I used for those games, guys. It's a bit different to the team that you would have seen at the start of the video, but I did win all 5 games. I've actually won about 15 on the trot now since I've changed to the 4-2-3-1. This is going to be the end of the best formation in FIFA for today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace!